Hello, everybody, and welcome into the SFA College Football Playoff. We're here in the opening round for the games on campus, and we just had an epic start to a new era here of the SFA with the addition of the 12-team playoff. We just saw Washington give the Volunteers hell in Neyland, and they survived, and they will move on to face Oklahoma in the Sugar in the quarterfinal. Welcome in. Let me know if you can hear me so we can go ahead and get started. But we've got number 5 Alabama, the top at-large seed, taking on Illinois, the last team in, and the veteran coach Flame. Welcome in. This is the SFA. It's an online dynasty. Ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can join, you can claim a team, you can set depth charts, you can set schemes, you can set playbooks, you can recruit, you can play server games that help you with recruiting bonuses. We have a fully fledged transfer portal. If you want to join, check any of the links in any of our descriptions, and we also have commands in the live Twitch chat as well. Plenty of teams available if you want to join, and just thank you for watching if you're just a fan. We are affiliated if you do watch live, so you might run into an ad or two. You can drop Twitch Prime and support our national champion, as they will get a care package with an actual championship trophy and some merch from our friends over at Home Field. Let me know if you can hear me so we can go ahead and get started. I see some of you guys in the chat. Just let me know if you can hear me so I can fix it before we actually start. Big one here for Flame. Perfect. Thank you, Mush. All right, and as we move on here, and let's take a look at the bracket. As we just saw, number 6 Tennessee survive Washington 31-27. They'll move on to face Oklahoma, but now the winner of this game is going to the Fiesta to take on Stanford. We've got a good one here, as Alabama is now making they're now tied with a couple of other teams for the most CFP appearances in history, but they've still never won one, never even made it to a national championship. And on the other end, this is Illinois' first time in the CFP, but this is Flame's 6th. So he's also never made it past the semifinal. So it's going to be a good one here. Winner does move on to take on Stanford. And remember, folks, if you did win a bowl game yesterday, you can get an off-season strategy. Please DM me. I don't want you to lose your free bonus. And remember, that additional transfer portal scholarship is for this cycle. All right, so as always, we're going to go through both rosters, and we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to start out with Illinois. This is a team everybody has been trashing leading up to this game. They felt like that they should, everybody felt like Arizona should have been in, so Illinois has kind of a target on their back here, as they're led by Tim Miles, the senior. We saw this team against Minnesota early on in the year, and they played pretty well. He does have 90 speed. He does make some bad decisions here and there, so we'll see what he can do. They also got the SFA player, the sophomore Boogie Toes, the lead back. At wide receiver, Davis Holman, the SFA player, as well as Eddie Royal, the transfer from Tennessee. He's the second receiver. They got McKenzie in the slot and Osborne. Tight end is Harrell and McNeil. And at left tackle, the best offensive lineman in the country, Nigel Pancake, the SFA player. At left guard, you got Pierre Young. Center, Hayden. Right tackle, Thorne. And the man, the myth, the legend, the right tackle, Muffy Breastfeeder, is healthy for this game. He will be back. So one of the best offensive lines in the country. Again, fully healthy, ready to protect Tim Miles and company. And on the defensive side, Xavier James, the SFA player. On the other side, Joe McNair. And in the middle, the senior redshirt, Vince Wilfork, SFA player, along with Al Marshman, the freshman SFA player. At linebacker, you got Bud Peeler, the freshman SFA player. At the middle, Mike Gunn and Skip Stackle, the linebacker. I believe Bud Peeler and Skip Stackle are the main middle linebacker, right outside linebacker. And then out wide, you got David Williams, Jeffrey Jones, and Jared Brothers. Pretty weak secondary here, so I am a bit worried about the pass offense from Alabama against this team. And in the back, they've been battling some injuries, but Nehemiah Smith, I believe, is probable. Andrew Smith might be missing, or one of these two hopefully will play. And on the other side, Daniel Johnson, the 88 overall, will play. And Jake Vaughn, the senior, is the kicker. He is 13 of 19 this season, but great power, medium accuracy. We'll see what he can do today, as this team will go ahead and face Alabama, who has quickly become one of the best offenses in the country. Our SEC runner-up. You're led by SFA player E.J. Irons, making his first CFP appearance, the 92 overall, and one of the best running backs in the country. He will play. He is probable for this game with a knee strain. Tyrone Cox. This man is a power back, an elusive back, a receiving back, all mixed into one. He's made some crazy plays this year. At wide receiver, Anthony Sharp, the junior. You've got Robbie Reese, who's made some crazy plays as well. Corey Callahan, Pollock. At tight end, you got Mike Howard, and then it just falls off a cliff here. And the SFA player, the left tackle, Doc Buckley. Left guard, center, right guard, and this is a crazy offensive line as well. On the defense, Clifton Harris, Mike McCoy, and in the middle, Paul Brown is out, I believe, so it's going to be Tony Vaughn. And at linebacker, C.J. Washington, Alan Pleasant, and the SFA player, Jimmy Don Willie, the sophomore. Out wide, you got Dan Henderson, 90 overall, Nick Pace, Andrew Smith, Parsons. Very good speed here in the secondary. And in the back, you got Brian Jackson and Donnie Hicks. Two very good players, and a freshman here in Donnie Hicks. At kicker, the 84 overall freshman, Sean Hawkins, 87 power, 84 accuracy. An unbelievable kicker here for the Alabama Crimson Tide. So, Flame, if you are here, let me know if you want to change your jerseys. This is going to be a good one. And remember, folks, we are affiliated with Home Field, so best college apparel brand out there. Vintage designs, super comfortable, 180 plus schools to choose from, not just football. They have everything in between. Focus on your team's history. Some very cool products that you can get for 15% off with code SFA. You can use it once per email. On paper, actually going through the rosters, this actually is a lot closer on paper than it looked at going through the rosters. So Illinois is a heavy underdog here. I'm getting my thumbnail here. All right, let's get a prediction going. Orange top, blue pants. All right. And folks, let's get a prediction going. Who do you think wins this game? Alabama or Illinois? I think it's funny that Coach Flame over at Baylor was always the fan favorite, never could get it done, and now all of a sudden he is the enemy. Everybody is gearing for him to lose. They thought Alabama should be in. Is this where Coach Flame writes his story? Put some Bobanos on this game. It's going to be a good one. Alabama versus Illinois. And we'll get started here in a second once the prediction ends. And let me get, you want orange helmet, perfect. And you just want some blue pants. Beautiful. Alabama, they don't have many options. So here we are. It is going to be in Bryant-Denny. Home game for the Crimson Tide here. They do not lose at home very often. As we saw the home team win in that 6-11 matchup, it was very close, only a 4-point game. So will this one be close? Remember, folks, after this game, we will take a bit of a break, and then we'll come back at 5:30 Eastern for TCU versus Georgia. And then after that one, it will be East Carolina headed on to Statesboro to face Georgia Southern out of the G5. All right, folks, here we go. Who will write history? Winner faces Stanford in the Fiesta. Down in Phoenix, Arizona. This is going to be a good one. Very good teams on both sides. Defense edges for Illinois. As we've got rain here in Alabama. Oh boy. The elements might take effect. I think that might favor Illinois here. Coach Flame has been here plenty of times. He knows what it takes. And here come the Fighting Illini on the road. Nobody gives them a chance in this game. Welcome in, Mango. Yeah, I heard it after I said it. Remember, folks, all the VODs and highlights should be out today as well from all of these games if you miss any of them. And each one will get its own highlight video. We're here at Bryant-Denny. It is raining here today. The first home game, playoff game in Alabama history. So the first two CFP games go to SEC teams. So we had Tennessee up in Neyland. All right, here we go. Alabama gets the ball first here, and we are off in the 5-12 matchup here in the CFP. Winner faces number 4 Stanford in the Fiesta down in Phoenix. As we are going to get introduced to E.J. Irons, brother of C.J. Irons over at Coastal Carolina, and Tyrone Cox in the backfield. Anthony Sharp up top with the dreads, and Tyrone Cox, he breaks 2 tackles on his first carry of the game as he gets 9. I think the X factor of this game will be Vince Wilfork there in the middle, number 88. He's the redshirt senior, number 99 overall. Is 2nd and 1 here for E.J. Irons. They're going to audible, give it to Tyrone Cox again. He finds some room, breaks a tackle, another first down for Tyrone Cox. So E.J. Irons, a nice start here. 2 rushes. They're going to give it again to Tyrone Cox, and he goes down in the backfield. Some great push there. Joe McNair, the edge. Big tackle for loss. And it looks like there's no injury problems there from Tyrone as he's taken 3 carries already. Welcome in, Nathan. Beautiful day for some CFP games. First throw here from E.J. Irons is a catch for Mike Howard, the tight end. It's going to be a 3rd and medium, though. Can Illinois get off the field? They have a ton of SFA players on this defense, very young. And off to late give to Tyrone Cox, and they bring him down. What a tackle! Tyrone Cox looked like he had it for sure. And on the opening possession, Alabama's going for it. 4th and inches. What is the call here for Bama? They're going to throw it here. Irons to Howard. First down, Alabama. Very aggressive here to start for Bama, the number 5 seed, the top at-large team in the country. They hand it off. That's Sean Williams, and he goes down in the backfield. Great penetration there by Bud Peeler, the SFA linebacker, the freshman. This freshman duo at linebacker between Peeler and Skip Stackle have been incredible this season. They're going to need to come up big. 2nd and 14, they're crowding the line. Tyrone Cox gets the carry, and they bring him down about 6. Another 3rd and medium incoming for the Crimson Tide. They're inside the 45 now. They're out empty here for EJ. Drops back, only a 4-man rush. Over the middle, wide open man, that's Robbie Reese. Or no, that's Mike Howard again, the tight end. The tight end is cooking here today. Already his 3rd catch. All 3 passes have gone Howard's way. Thought for sure that was Robbie Reese, but Robbie Reese is number 11. So long play already, 10 plays in. They're going to hand it off to Tyrone Cox up the middle, and he gets hit from behind. Oh, that knee strain. But it looks like Cox is okay. He gets up. It's rainy today. Definitely going to probably focus on the run for both teams here. Inside the 20 for the first time on the opening drive. Tyrone Cox, the counter, and he's stopped in the backfield. A beautiful play by the linebacker. Skip Stackle this time. Both of the freshman linebackers have made plays in the backfield already, as Illinois is once again looking for a stop. Back in shotgun here. Sharp in the slot. as we're going to get a false start here. Alabama going backwards. Long drive here to open up the game. On the left-hand side of the bracket. The second opening round game of the day. So we're coming out empty here. 3rd and 9 for EJ Irons. Can they get some pressure? They bring 5. Corner blitz as well. They stop them short. Corey Callahan only gets 5. So that false start turning out to be a critical error. And they're going for it again. They're not bringing out Sean Hawkins on this one. Easily in range. They are just getting aggressive. And they're going to fake the handoff to Cox. Deliver a strike. Open man. First down again for the Crimson Tide. They are hell-bent on getting in the end zone on this opening drive. Here comes the flex bone. 3 running backs in. Hand off to Williams. He finds some room. Down to the 3. An unbelievable first drive here for the Crimson Tide as we are officially halfway through this first quarter and Illinois still not managed to get on the field. 2nd and goal now. Hand off to Tyrone Cox up the gut and he's stuffed. Met in the hole by the linebackers. 3rd down. Illinois making it incredibly difficult for this Alabama team. Offset eye, 3rd and goal. Handoff, touchdown, Alabama. They got the push. 7-0 early on here for the Crimson Tide. $16-play drive to open the game. What a drive for Bama. But you know what? If you're Illinois, you got to be impressed with that drive. Yeah, you couldn't get off the field, but you made it incredibly difficult. They had to go through 2 4th downs on that drive just to score. So now what are we going to see from Illinois? As we see Nehemiah Smith is playing, so at least one of those free safeties is active today. Here comes Tim Miles and company. Boogie Toes in the backfield. Davis Holman, top of your screen. In motion. Hands off to Toes, and he goes down in the backfield. The worst thing you can do if you're Illinois is just go 3 and out here. Second and 10 here for Illinois. Toes gets a carry, and he goes up the field. He breaks away. He breaks a tackle. There goes Boogie Toes down the sideline. They're not going to catch him, and Tim Miles outraces him to the end zone. Illinois ties up the game on the 2nd play of the drive. How about Boogie Toes? Unbelievable run from the sophomore SFA player. This 5-12 game is going to be interesting. If Boogie Toes can continue to do that. Holy smokes. Breaks a couple of tackles and has the speed to pull away, folks. Unbelievable. So now you're Alabama. You just go on a incredibly hard driving 16-play touchdown drive. Feeling good about yourself. And now you're right back out here after 2 plays. Tyrone Cox up the middle. Alabama's having to work hard for everything they get in today. Already 10 carries here for Cox. Keeping him under 4 yards a carry is an incredible feat so far. 2nd and 8. EJ over the middle. That's going to be Howard again. The tight end's exploiting him. He breaks away down the sideline, getting about 10 more yards. Mike Howard having himself a first quarter. Breaks 2 tackles. Extends the catch with those yards after catch. Beautiful play. 1st and 10 for Alabama. They're up around their own 45. EJ dumps that off to Howard again. And it's clear that is the They're going to just pound the rock with Tyrone Cox and then throw it out to the flats to Mike Howard. EJ is 7 for 7 to start here in the rain. Man in motion, that's Reese. They're going to give it to him. And if he would just follow the path, he had an opening, but he hesitated and gets stuffed in the backfield. So EJ Iron split back here on 3rd and 10. Can Illinois finally get a stop? EJ, he gets hit as he throws, but it's to Cox, and he's going to push, and he gets the first down. No, they're going to call him an inch short. So Alabama already going for it for the 3rd time in this quarter alone. Can they convert yet again? Delayed give. EJ Irons has so much time. He delivers a strike, and it's overthrown. Illinois takes over on 4th down. So what are we going to see next from Illinois? They had 2 plays, and Boogie Toes took it 80 yards. They're going to throw it for the first time here. Tim Miles just launches that. He didn't like what he saw. Can this Alabama defense settle in? They can't miss tackles like they did on Toes last time. He's incredibly elusive. A deep drop for Miles. Free blitzer. He gets it off Davis. Holman, the SFA player, brings it in. Big catch for him. And a nice throw from Miles. One of the shortcomings from Illinois the last couple of years has been Tim Miles' play. Flame unable to recruit a quarterback. But he keeps believing in him, and he's made it to the CFP. And here he goes, and he gets sacked. Sacked by Clifton Harris, the edge rusher. Miles is trying to escape there, and he trips over his own guy. Muffy Breastfeeder couldn't help him out. It's his first game back. Definitely going to take a couple of snaps to get used to the game again. As Nilo Pancake is the left tackle there, the best lineman in the country. Miles is going to keep it here. He has some room to the outside. He stiffies a corner, and he stumbles down, gets about 9. It's going to be a 3rd and manageable now. He gave Hicks, the freshman, a nice little stiffy there as they're in business. Empty set here for Illinois. Can they keep the drive alive? They're going to bring a blitz. Delivers a deep ball to the corner, and a beautiful catch. Matt Osborne gets the toes in. Somehow Hicks couldn't knock it away. Unbelievable. Illinois playing out of their mind here. Now they're going to come out in a goal line set. They give it to Toes here. His first carry since the long run. He breaks 1, and they wrap him up in the backfield. Negative yardage now for Toes. Jimmy Don Willie, the first one there, and they wrap him up. All right, so at the end of the first quarter here in the CFP opening round, we got number 5 Alabama and number 12 Illinois deadlocked at 7. Alabama already has 3 4th down attempts. They're 2 of 3, but Illinois has it in the red zone. Can they take the lead here? We're going to go under center with Miles. They're flipping the play. Holman to the bottom of your screen. Fakes it. Miles over the middle, and it's caught. That's only going to be about 4 to the slot man, Steve McKenzie. 3rd and 7 here for Illinois. Trying to erase all of the haters, all the doubters, and prove that they belong. 3rd and 7 for Illinois. Miles steps up. He floats it to the back of the end zone, and it's dropped. Donnie Hicks. He gets the deflection, sure, but that would have kept 3 off the board. Not having his best drive. As a field goal team comes out to push this to a 3-point lead for the Fighting Illini, and they do it. 10-7 here for Illinois. But Donnie Hicks on that drive, he got stiffied, and then he got mossed on the corner route. and then he dropped a pick. So the freshman safety not coming up clutch so far. Mississippi Scruggs, the SFA player, returns it. Flame, this is one of his better starts we've seen in his playoff career. Remember, he had 5 appearances with Baylor as Tyrone Cox rumbles for 18, and that is his game. He hits 2 guys, bounces off, keeps going. He has the power. He has the elusiveness. He has the acceleration. You cannot let Tyrone Cox find open space. I've yet to see E.J. Irons use his legs. He's electric himself. As he's going to keep it here, throws it to Anthony Sharp. His first catch on the day, the top receiver. One of the better receivers in the country. Nine of 10 start for EJ. That only incompletion on the 4th down on the last drive. 2nd and 4 here for Bama. Callahan in motion to the backfield. They're going to give it to him. No, it's going to be triple option. There goes EJ Irons, and oh my. If he would have gotten that flip out, Cox would have gotten a touchdown. But 1st and 10 here. They are moving the rock. Pistol. We've yet to see Vince Wilfork, number 88, make a big play for the defense. Cox gets a nice opening up the middle. Gets about 11. Big Al is loving it here. Brian Denny, the best thing I think about these first-round games is that they're at the home stadium, giving the fans a show, access to CFP. Action here as Howard breaks a tackle again. The tight end, another big catch. So Illinois, in their attempts to stop the run, they are failing to cover the tight end out of the backfield, out of the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 here for Bama. Tyrone Cox falls forward for a 1st down. Already 77 yards on the ground here for Alabama. Down 3. They're driving inside the red zone. Fresh set of downs. Howard in motion. They hand off to Cox up the middle, and a nice tackle there by the linebacker, Gunn. Already 14 touches here for Cox. They'll live and die. And now they're back in this flex bone here. 3 running backs. And that's over the middle. Robbie Reese makes the catch. His first catch on the day. He had a jet sweep on the last drive. And now we got another 3rd and short. We know they've already established today they're going to be aggressive and go for it. So this is 4 down territory for Alabama. Irons, he has time, and he gets sacked! Down he goes! Al Marshman, the freshman defensive tackle, breaks through the double team. A massive sack on 3rd down to force a field goal. So here comes Hawkins, the freshman, to try and tie up this game here in the 2nd quarter. Could be at a 34-yard field goal. And it's good. This one looks like it's going to be a close one on the ground. I think the question is, which trench is going to get tired first? Who's going to be able to still run the ball late in the 3rd and the 4th quarter? So Illinois, a couple impressive drives here. They're going to cheat up Donnie Hicks, the safety. See if he can have a better drive here as they now have 8 in the box. Selling out to stop toes. Hank hands it off. Jimmy Don Willie playing contain. Brings him down. Jimmy Don Willie is the only SFA player on this defense. They're going to hand it off to Toes here out of the shotgun, and he pushes away, but Don Willie brings him down, saving another touchdown. He would have been gone. So Alabama's run defense, a little bit suspect to start it out here. There we get some goal line set here. They're going to dump it off to the fullback. Stephen Mason back from injury, only gets about 1, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. About halfway here through the second quarter of the second CFP game of the day. Remember, we got 2 more coming in this afternoon. Tim Miles, he's going to take off. Oh, he makes a move. He slides down. Big gain there from Tim Miles. He's playing well so far. 3rd and 5 here for Illinois. Chance to take the lead. In the shotgun, 3 down wide. It's going to be a screen pass. It's not open. He's going to get sacked. Alabama gets through. Clifton Harris, his 2nd sack of the day. And when the screen is covered, the play is ruined. There's nothing Miles could do there. They're going to have to punt it away back to Alabama. I believe this is our first punt of the day, ironically. Made it to the second quarter. Oh, and a big hit on Mississippi Scruggs, the SFA player, who very likely will enter the transfer portal as he is buried on this depth chart. Absolutely buried. EJ Irons. Oh, that guy's offsides. They don't call it. The offensive lineman was way offsides, but already 15 rushes here from Tyrone Cox, only 70 yards. He normally used to averaging 6 to 7 a carry here at Alabama. 2nd and 9, they fake the handoff. EJ dumps that one off out wide. That's going to be Callahan, but he only gets about 4. So another 3rd and medium upcoming. Both teams unable to stretch the field through the air today. Maybe the rain. It might just be great secondary play. Yes, it was, Mr. Mushbrain. But he did look like he was offsides. I don't know if you saw that, but I felt like he was offsides. 3rd and 5 here. Safety coming down. It's going to be a screen pass. It's covered. No, Tyrone Cox escapes, and there he goes. No one in front of him. Tyrone Cox breaks away. Touchdown, Alabama. They take the lead. An unbelievable screen pass, and that's Vince Wilfork, unable to make the tackle. The 99 overall makes the mistake of a lifetime. Our second massive play of the game. As once he got past Wilfork, he had the lead blockers in front of him for miles. Such an easy run. He looked like Forrest Gump running down the sideline. So now how is Illinois going to respond? Both teams have a massive big play touchdown. Alabama's dominated the time of possession, dominated the plays. This is kind of what happened with Alabama or Tennessee and Washington. First and 10 here for Illinois. And that's intercepted, the first throw. He was trying to find the dump-off man, and he never saw it. Andrew Smith, they take right over. Miscommunication here for the Illinois Fighting Illini, and Alabama takes right back over at the red zone. Is this where the game gets out of hand? Where number 5 pulls away. Tyrone Cox up the middle. And a flag. And a clipping call. So Dennis Muse, the right tackle, hurting his offense in a prime position. They're going backwards now in fringe field goal range, and the head coach can't believe it, as they'll now start at the 30 here. Alabama coming out now, 1st and 20. EJ, he has some time, delivers a strike over the middle. It's going to be caught by Callahan. They get it all back and a little bit more. Erasing the clipping call. 2nd and 7 now for the Crimson Tide, trying to push this to a 2-score game after the Illinois misfire. 2nd and 7. Tyrone Cox gets the handoff to the outside. He has some room. Can they tackle me? Steffi's one, and he tries to hurdle, but Vince Wilfork tracks him down. Wilfork made the big mistake on the last drive. Can they hold? 3rd and 1. Bama, they're going to hand it off. It's a counter. Tyrone Cox has some room. Tyrone Cox falls forward, and they mark him short of a touchdown. 1st and goal at the 1 here for the Crimson Tide to push it to 14. Tyrone, it's going to be E.J. Irons. Touchdown, Alabama. They take the lead here at home. So just like in our Washington game, I'll bet they waited till the 3rd quarter, but they were leading. Tennessee was leading 24-10 as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how Alabama responds. We saw Tennessee, they blew this lead. So we'll see what happens here for Bama. As a long touchdown for Alabama on a Vince Wilfork miscue, and then a quick turnover from Tim Miles on a miscommunication with the running back. All of a sudden finds you down 2 scores. But Illinois, just like Washington in the last game, has a chance to double them up. Illinois can score here, and then they'll get the halftime kick. So, still plenty of opportunity for Illinois. They only have 1 timeout, though. Dumping this off, he finds his man, and that's going to be short. Davis Holman for 7. Illinois, they have been able to run the ball, but they've been unable to really attack this defense with the pass. So 3rd and inches, minute left. Their own 35. They got to get this 1st down. Boogie Toes up the middle. He stiffies 1. He's still going. He hits 6. Boogie Toes over 100 yards here. He had that long one to start the game. Miles are bringing a blitz. He gets it off. He finds his man. That's Eddie Royal, the Tennessee transfer. Gets his 1st catch of the game. Illinois hurries it up. Tight end in motion. They're throwing it. Deep drop from Miles. He has plenty of time. He throws it to the corner, and he comes back for it. Eddie Royal. The comeback route, a beautiful throw from Miles, and they're in business. They're at the 32, 40 seconds left. They still have a timeout in their back pocket. A little bunch formation now for the Illini. Miles throws it out wide. He catches it. Can he get that 1st down? He gets more. He blows past the safety. Matt Osborne. That's his 2nd catch. He's had a couple beauties. And now all of a sudden they're inside the 20. They're going to spike this one. Illinois, have yourself a drive. What a response here for the Fighting Illini. Can they punch this into the end zone? Miles deep drop, safety blitz, over the middle, touchdown Illinois! The tight end Robert Harrell catches it on his hip. The safety never saw it. They're back within a score. What a response from Illinois. Fit it right in there with double coverage. And that reminds me, that throw reminded me of the J.J. McCarthy one against Ohio State, where he just fitted in there between 2 defenders, and the defender never saw it. What a throw there from Tim Miles. Yeah, as we've already seen in both of these games, no lead is safe. As Alabama now is going to have a chance, 23 seconds, maybe get into some yam range. E.J. Irons and Tyrone Cox have already had electric 1st halves. This is an Alabama team who's been incredibly aggressive so far. Can they find a way to score before halftime, or is Illinois going to get the ball back? EJ, plenty of time, floats that out wide, and Robbie Reese out for 17. They save the timeouts, still 3 timeouts, plenty of time to get into range for Sean Hawkins. EJ Irons desperately trying to avoid his brother's moniker. Choke job. .18 seconds left here in the 1st. half. Man in motion. Only 4 blitz. They're not blitzing. And that's going to be caught by Callahan over the middle. Another first down. And the first timeout comes on out. So we're at the 45. Easily in yam range for Irons. They're trying to get into field goal range. Safety coming down. Only 1 high. They bring a blitz, a corner. He throws it the opposite way. It's caught by Reese inbounds. They got to use that second timeout. Now at the 36. This would be about a 53-yard field goal from this range. So they're trying to get a little closer. The mid-screen, and Robbie Reese is brought down. They're going to have to use that final timeout. And they're going for this. Okay, so they are not kicking a long field goal. They are just going to yam it to the end zone. EJ, he has the arm. He yams it deep. Oh, and it's caught off the tip. Robbie Reese brings it down in the end zone. Alabama scores before halftime. An unbelievable catch here at Bryant-Denny. Tipped by 2 men and caught on the tip. Unbelievable. Robbie Reese slides in there like a center fielder and scoops it up off the ground. And what a ball buster there for Illinois as we hit halftime here, folks. And we already saw Tennessee beat Washington in that first round. They'll head to Oklahoma in the Sugar Bowl. And the winner of this game faces Stanford in the Fiesta. We'll come back later tonight at 5:30 Eastern to see TCU and Coach Mango take on Georgia. And then we'll end the night right after that with East Carolina going on the road in Statesboro to take on Georgia Southern. You know, the funny thing is that there's probably more people in this stadium right now than there are in Statesboro. So, yeah. So, 2-score lead all of a sudden for Alabama. A couple massive plays. Illinois, they started out the game playing incredibly well on defense. And they've got to come out here firing on all cylinders in the second half. And Illinois will get the first shot here in the third quarter. Flame had to put together some sort of a big-time halftime speech. He's been in these situations before. Remember, this is his 6th playoff appearance. His first with this Illinois team. Got to settle them down. They're not out of this game. They're playing great on offense. They've just got to play their game, do their thing. They're going to audible here on the first play. Miles has time. He's going to take off. He finds a little bit of room. He falls forward for about 5. Safety coming on down. They're leaving Hicks. The high safety. He floats it out there open. Man, that was dangerous. Eddie Royal brings it in, though. Nice little catch in traffic. First down, Illinois. Tim Miles, despite that one mistake, he is having a decent day. Hand off to Toes up the middle. He breaks one. We haven't really seen much of Toes since that 80-yard run there in the first quarter. And as you start getting down by multiple scores, you're going to have to start throwing the ball more. So, see if Illinois can still mix in that run game. They're going to hand it off here to Toes. He finds some more room. That's going to be 7. We are across the 50. This is a massive third down for Illinois. Can they extend the drive here? A 3-step drop. He takes off, and no, it's going to be a sack for Illinois. Once again, sacked by Clifton Harris. His 3rd of the day. He is cooking Muffy Breastfeeder on the edge. Fourth and 5. They're going to have to send out the punt team here. Relying on that defense to get the ball back. Can they pin them deep? No, this one just goes out the back of the end zone. And here comes Alabama. Is this the year for the SEC? After Tennessee won, you got a Hail Mary, everything falling the SEC's way. Handoff here for Tyrone Cox. He reverses his field. He finds some room. He jets outside, breaks a tackle. 7 yards. Remember, folks, all of these VODs will be posted today with their own highlight videos. Split back set here for EJ Irons. 2nd and 3 in the 3rd quarter. He's going to run his game. He throws it. He pitches it out. A clean field in front of Sean Williams. He goes out of bounds after 16. As the jerseys are starting to get quite dirty here from both sides. Plenty of time for both teams, but it's going to come down to who can run the ball late in the 3rd and in the 4th quarter. We've still yet to really see Anthony Sharp get involved at the top of your screen. EJ, he has time, just throws that away. His 2nd incompletion of the day. 2nd and 10 now. Tyrone Cox up the middle, and he pushes forward for about 8. Third and 2. Big chance for Illinois to get off the field. EJ, he drops back over the middle, caught by Robbie Reese. And just continues to feel like Illinois cannot find a stop on those critical 3rd downs. Everything seems to fall Illinois' way as they bring down a safety here. Smith, top of your screen, they motion out Howard. Motion him back in. EJ over the middle, and it's almost intercepted. Instead, Howard brings it in for 8. His 7th catch of the game. The number 12 seed looks to be on the ropes. 2nd and 2 here for Bama. Dumps that off to Howard, open in the flat yet again. Five minutes left here in the 3rd quarter as they're threatening yet again inside the 30. Quick option, broken tackle, and the ball's on the ground! And Tyrone Cox gets back on it! That was the opportunity! So for those of you who had the over-under on pitch yards fumbled, there's 8. 2nd and 8 here, or 2nd and 18 here. Hand off to Robbie Reese. He finds the hole. He finds the blockers. There goes Robbie Reese, and he's tripped up. Third and 4. Illinois desperate for a stop now. Callahan in motion. Looks to be man coverage. And a counter for Cox up the middle. 1st down, Alabama. They had him in 2nd and 18 and couldn't get the stop. Inflame has seen this story before. To the end zone, caught by Sharp, and they're going to give him a 1st down, no touchdown. Still guarding the end zone here. They mark him down at the 3. 1st down for Alabama. Split back set. Irons is going to throw it over the middle, and it's caught by Callahan. Touchdown, Alabama, as they extend the lead to 3 scores. That halftime Hail Mary proved to be such a ball buster, man. Just took the life out of this Illinois sideline. Still, they could make a comeback here, but tough scenes. You get back within a score, you give up a Hail Mary off of a tip. I don't think we've ever seen it off a tip before. Such an unfortunate Robbie Reese, the little gritty little slot guy. Unbelievable. So Illinois, what can they do? Coach Flame, he's been in this situation before, so he needs to rally the troops, make this competitive. Still plenty of time, about 12 minutes left in this game in the first ever CFP opening round, the 5 versus 12 matchup. They audible, they got to get this pass game working. Miles deep, and it's almost intercepted. If you put a little bit more air on that one, it could have been dangerous. 3rd and 10 for Illinois. Dumps that off to, I believe, Oz or Steve McKenzie. It's going to be 4th down. A 3 and out for Illinois. That's not what you wanted. And they are choosing to punt. The rain continues to pour. The fans are chanting. They are ready for the trees in Phoenix. Mississippi Scruggs takes it, and he goes down after about 12. So Alabama trots back out, eager to extend this lead here. Irons, he takes off here, and he slides. Alabama's showing the world why they are so dangerous. E.J. Irons, Tyrone Cox, the dynamic duo. If this team can make it all the way, how do you pick which one gets the CFP MVP? It's Robbie Reese here. Irons again up the middle. He gets about 4. Gonna be 3rd and short. Another chance for Illinois to get off the field. 3rd and 2. They got a little flex bone going. They're going to throw it. And over the middle, it's caught by who else but Robbie Reese. I think there's going to be a ban on eating Reese's Cups in Champaign, Illinois after this game. The Hail Mary catch was incredible. Tyrone Cox to the strong side. He breaks away. There goes Tyrone Cox to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. They extend the lead even further. And you know what team is shouting at home that they should be the ones facing Bama? UNC. They destroyed Arizona in the Citrus. They're clamoring. Baylor even clamoring. Well, you know what? It's the beauty of the 5 versus 12 seed, right? You got the top at-large bid. So the best team that didn't win their conference against a team that just barely made it in, right? So obviously the odds are stacked heavily against you. As we got some Wildcats, so Flame trying to ignite his team here. Toes keeps it. He has some room up the middle. Gets about 6 yards. The big problem here for Illinois is, 1, they haven't been able to extend drives, and 2, they haven't been able to complete anything longer than about a 10-yard gain. So 2nd and 4 here for Illinois. Down 28. Miles gets sacked there. 3rd and long incoming. Eric Holloway up the middle. And a nice floater out there. Davis Holman, 16 yards. I think out of the teams we were choosing, I don't think any of them probably had a real chance at winning at Bryant-Denny. That's the hard part. Is not only is Alabama so good, but you're playing them at home. You can't beat this team at home. So Alabama here. Give up a 1st down to Steve McKenzie. We're still 9 minutes away. We've seen 28-point quarters before. Shout out Dogwater and Memphis. So why don't we spark something here, Illinois? Get something nice to do. Boogie Toes goes down. there's any team that could have competed, maybe Baylor, but they did not deserve to sniff this CFP this year. 2nd and 11. Deep drop, he slips, he delivers a strike still, and they're not going to get the first down, but they come close. A nice save there from Tim Miles. As we head to the 4th quarter here in the opening round of the CFP, number 5 Alabama is leading by 28 at home, 45-17 over number 12 Illinois. But Illinois is driving. They want any chance here. They need some big plays. Second half just has not gone according to plan. Boogie Toes completely reverses his field, finds some room. First down, Boogie. First and 10. Miles, he yams it deep and he catches his arm on the lineman. Nothing going right here for Illinois. Second and 10 here for Miles. The deep drop, he slips again. This surface is almost unplayable, but there goes Miles. He cuts inside and he gets about 9. Making something out of nothing. Jimmy Don Willie trying to flex on him there. 3rd and 1. Obviously 4 down territory as you're down 4 scores. Handoff to Toes up the middle. First down, Illinois. Gotta admire their will to continue to fight. This is a team that in the initial CFP ranking started at number 19. They upset a top 5 Michigan on the road. And found their way into the conversation and found their way here. So, can they make this game competitive? They need to start scoring in a hurry. 2nd and 8. Miles dumps that off and it's tipped away. A beautiful play by the defender. 3rd and 8 for Illinois. Delivers a wide open man. Touchdown, Illinois. They pull within 21. Davis Holman on the catch, the top receiver. An SFA player scores here in the CFP. Blown coverage there for Alabama, but still a 21-point game. So 21 points now, still in hand here for Alabama, but they just can't be stupid. Handoff to Cox up the middle. He reverses his field, goes to the outside, and he's stacked up. Just avoid a critical turnover, avoid a 3 and out, and they'll be just fine. The easiest part about a 4-score lead is you need big plays. So you just run a regular offense, bleed the clock. Time is the worst enemy. Handoff here to Cox, another first down. Falls forward for about 15. Those holes starting to open up for Tyrone Cox. To start the game, he was under 4 yards a carry. Now he's over 7. Over 500 yards of offense here for Alabama. A couple massive plays. Just under 7 minutes left here. They're starting to press. Another handoff for Tyrone Cox up the middle, and he goes down. And we've yet to see a ball go on the ground. Despite the one interception from Illinois, it's been a very clean game despite the rain. If you saw in the Citrus Bowl, we had 5 total turnovers in the rain yesterday. 2nd and 2. They're just going to start bleeding the clock now for Alabama. Running that 4-minute offense, trying to get out of here. Head down to Phoenix to take on Stanford in the Citrus, or in the Fiesta. Well, yeah, but that wasn't a turnover. Hand off, Tyrone. He gets some room. There he goes. Another broken tackle. Tyrone Cox evades everybody. Another long TD for the running back as they extend this lead back to 28. Tyrone Cox is borderline unstoppable. You cannot stop him. You can only hope to contain him. And even then, he'll still rattle off victories. That's his third touchdown of over 40 yards. He had the screen pass and 2 runs now. Another great year for Coach Flame. Unfortunately, he got the opportunity to be in the playoff, but the matchup was just a little too hard to take down. And anybody who questioned Alabama at number 5, look at this game as our 6-11 game was quite good. We got 31-27, and Washington probably should have won that game, but now 52-24. Illinois, though, they're still going to compete. Have fun. They're in the first ever 12-team playoff of the NCAA era. Boogie Toes. Tim Miles here, and he gets sacked again. If Flame can find a quarterback, this team is quite young. They should be back in these scenarios. Remember, 2 years ago, they were in the Citrus Bowl. This is a great redemption year after the disaster that was last season with the Logan Radke offensive coordinator fiasco. As another sack on a bad screen pass, and it goes from bad to worse here for Illinois as they just keep going backwards. Punt team trotting back out here as McCoy gets a sack. And Alabama versus Stanford is going to be an insane game. Battle of the Behemoths. And I gotta think Stanford would be favored in that one. Or Alabama would be favored as the 5 seed. Alabama, Mississippi Scruggs returns this one inside 30. They're looking to make this even worse. Six sacks for the Alabama defense. They are just going to run out this clock, hopefully. Just hand the rock to Tyrone Cox, and the rest will be okay, as he's over 230 yards on the day, averaging 9 a carry, 4 touchdowns in total. Unbelievable game here from Tyrone Cox, cementing him probably as the leader for the CFP MVP in these early games. There he goes again. Another broken tackle, another 15 yards. And Nick was saying that he may just get over 600 yards rushing total. He might hit that in after the Fiesta Bowl. Inside the 20 again here for Alabama. They are just going to run the clock. We'll see if they can score again to really put this one out of reach. They're threatening Clemson's record for points in a playoff game. That's awesome, Dogwater. And Tyrone Cox, boom. Bud Peeler making a play in the backfield. Finally, somebody making a play. Yeah, Dogwater's always here. Nobody's a bigger fan. Hand off, Tyrone. He breaks a tackle this time. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Still not quite to that 250 mark. He needs 5 more yards. Can he get there? We're inching closer to the 2-minute mark as the sun sets on Illinois' season. Handoff, Tyrone. He gets over the 250 mark. Doesn't get the first down. Unbelievable day here from Tyrone Cox. 30 carries, 256 as they bring back on the field goal unit. This should be a chip shot to push this to 55 points on the day and a 31-point lead. Alabama's going to kick this one to push it to 31. Just a nice, easy chip shot here for Alabama to send them to the Fiesta Bowl. It's good. Some crazy moments here in these early games, and we have 2 more for you later on today. We'll be back at 5:30 Eastern for TCU taking on Georgia, the 2 highest scoring offenses in the country. And then later on tonight, we'll have East Carolina traveling to Statesboro to take on the G5 auto bid, the Georgia Southern Eagles. As we're yamming it here, it's picked off! Tim Miles picked off again, and down the sideline they go. Can they stop him? Yes, they do. Dan Henderson getting his play. Unbelievable. And a touchdown, I believe, would break Clemson's record for the highest scoring offense in the NCAA 14 playoffs or ever, I think. Can Bama get there? Or are they just going to kneel it out? They're running a play. 2nd and goal here for Alabama. They're just going to run the clock. This may be the scoring record, breaking the Clemson-Buffalo game here in the CFP. Hand it off to Cox. Up the middle. Touchdown. Tyrone Cox's 5th TD of the day as they push the score to 62. An unbelievable game today here from the Crimson Tide at home, leaving no doubt to everybody in the nation, putting everyone on watch that the Crimson Tide is here to win it this year. They're up by 38 in a game that was 14 points at halftime. Cox is unbelievable. And throw that to Davis Holman. He makes a decent play. He's had a great day today. Cox setting the SFA on fire. One of the best running backs we've ever seen come through the SFA. And I don't say that lightly. We got this is like prime. He was playing like prime McBurnfinger. So we got the last play here of the 5-12 first rounder. Oh my, we got a big play from Boogie Toes. But as we hit triple zeros, Alabama sends a message to the rest of the field here at the rainy home Bryant-Denny Stadium as they win by 38, 62-24, and they will move on to take on number 4 Stanford in the Fiesta Bowl. Illinois, the last team in the field, they hung with them for a half, but it was all Alabama in the second half. Never a doubt here for the SEC. An unbelievable game here for the Crimson Tide, especially the fans who stuck out the rain. As we will see you guys in the TCU Georgia game coming up at 5:30. Five touchdowns, over 300 yards for Tyrone Cox. That almost, I think that actually borderline crosses the Micah Bernard Season 8 National Championship performance from Utah. He threatened that. That was an incredible performance in the second half. What a game. All right, we want the Bobanos. Let's get out the Bobanos. And this is actually a very close one. Illinois and Bama. Somebody put a lot of money on Illinois, and they're going to lose it. All right, so let's check the stats, and we'll get out of here. Remember, folks, we'll be back at 2:30 Eastern. Or, sorry, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 my time, for the TCU Georgia game, and immediately following will be the East Carolina Georgia Southern game. Let's check out these insane stat lines. And I think they just knocked the wind out of Illinois with that Hail Mary play. That was the barn burner, I think. I mean, Bama, they scored 24 there in the second quarter. They had the screen pass, which was rough, and then Illinois battled back, but this play was immaculate, and then it was just all Cox the rest of the way. And I'm going to get my scoring summary here just in case the game glitches later on. So I want the playoff games to have a scoring summary. All right. So let's check out player stats here. As EJ Irons, only 2 incompletions on the day, 300 yards himself, and 3 TDs. An amazing game from him. And, I mean, when they're running it like that, he has all day. And 32 carries, averaging 8.2. 4 touchdowns for Tyrone Cox. Unbelievable day. 86 yards after contact, 2 20-plus runs, 2... The broken tackles are broken, but an insane game here today from Tyrone Cox on a bad knee. And how about Mike Howard, the tight end, having a great game himself, and Robbie Reese, obviously, with that beautiful Hail Mary catch, the slide in the rain, unbelievable hand-eye coordination to reel that one in. And then Tyrone Cox taking that screen pass for a touchdown. Blocking-wise, they played fantastic, giving up only 1 sack. And on defense, it was Mike McCoy with a sack. You had the interception from Dan Henderson there at the end. 3 sacks from Clifton Harris working on that Muffy breastfeeder. Yeah, Donnie Hicks, the safety, play okay. Interception here from Andrew Smith on that weird one in the box. And a couple of sacks down here for Holloway and Jamie Allen. And then do we have any forced fumbles? No. No blocks, no safeties here. And for the kicker, Sean Hawkins made both, and 8 for 8 on his extra points. An unbelievable game. Let's take a look at the players of the game. I think we all know who's getting the Alabama offense. And the early favorite to win the CFP MVP, and our next cover athlete, Tyrone Cox. Unbelievable game. All right, folks, so I'm going to try to get the highlight videos and stuff done in the little break here, and we'll be back at 5:30 Eastern, TCU and Georgia. I'll see you guys all then. As always, thank you so much for watching, all the support, the CFP, the opening round. Never thought a 12-team playoff would be possible. Unfortunately for Flame, he couldn't get it done or even stay competitive, but still a fun time nonetheless, and we'll see you guys more a little bit later on. Peace.